Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another Pokemon video. Today's video is going to be something I did a couple months back where I'm going to film just a week in my life. I'm going to film how I buy cards, how I sell cards, how I trade cards. I thought it'd be fun. It's something a little different than just doing a show vlog. And there's a lot that goes into this, and I think it's important for, me to show the business, but also to talk about it as I do it. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to show everything off. You guys can see I got the website behind me. If you didn't know, we launched a website, which is down below. But I'm really excited to kind of film this because I have been buying a ton of stuff online. I should have a big package coming in this week. And then I'm also going to show like how I take the pictures, just so you guys can see behind the scenes of what running the website and what the business kind of looks like to me now rather than 2 months ago. So I'm excited, but if you're new to the channel, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Always got to put that in the beginning. Now let's get right into the video. So it is currently Sunday morning, and what we have to do today is I have a few cards left that I got to take pictures of for my claim sale, as well as I have a couple of these guys. So I'm going to end up keeping 3 of these for the PC because there's a couple that I want, especially this Doug Trio one. But we have to ship one out, which I already sold to a buddy of mine. And then these are the Hanafuda cards. I'm sure you guys have seen these if you went to shows, but for those who don't, I did a little research on them. So they came out between 2013 and 2016, and basically what they are is there's a special flower for each Pokemon for each month, I believe, and it's considered to be called a flower card, but it's something really cool. I love unique stuff. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that. So those are really cool to me. I'm really happy I picked up 13 of those, so we're going to put 10 of them on the website. I'm going to keep 2 or 3, and then, well, I guess 9 on the website because 1 already sold. But then what we also need to do today is kind of update all of the cards on the website. So if you haven't seen it, how I'm doing it now is we're skewing everything. We're putting the prices that match the website. And then I always keep other inventory that I don't really talk about. So this is inventory that I've been putting to the side. And sometimes I just like want to go through and like pick out a couple things that maybe I want to add to the website. Like we got the Bulbasaur from 151, or we could grab like the Lugia first edition PSA 7 holo. Like there's just things that I could add on here. I haven't quite got to the point where I want to start putting packs on the website because there's a lot of distribution things in there, but I guess we're just kind of showing off the inventory that will be going to a lot of the shows that I am planning on doing. So I'm doing a show in New Jersey where I'm just going as a buyer next weekend, and then it's starting to prep for Houston Collecticon. So we are going to Houston if you guys didn't know that. But there's also some stuff on eBay. So I'm putting this little pack on eBay, which should sell on Tuesday night because I'm running a 7-week auction. And then finally decided to move the Brilliant Stars booster box on eBay as well. Just been sitting on that for a while, and it really hasn't done much for me. So might as well get out of it, get that money back, and put it into other cards. So right now I'm going to take pictures of these cards. I'll kind of set up the camera so you guys can see that, and then we're going to put them on the website. Okay, so now it is time to take the pictures of the cards. So I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but this is called a halo light. It's like 30 bucks on Amazon. It attaches to your desk, and what you got to do is you got to lower it to be on card level. So right now we're taking a picture of this Hanafuda card that I talked about a little earlier, and how I get an elevated look for me to put it on Canva. Whenever you guys see me post on Instagram as well, I use this. So this is like 10 bucks on Amazon. It's an acrylic case for Japanese booster boxes. I bought this a long time ago when I got a V-Star box, and I thought I was going to keep it sealed forever, which I did not. But I put the card on top of it, and this goes for slabs and, normal size, like this Glaceon V card as well. And then I just use the iPhone. So I wipe off the camera. I use the normal picture mode for it. I don't do any of the changes. You just really want to get like really close to it. So kind of get it set up like that. Perfect. For raw cards, I always take pictures of the back as well, so you guys can see everything. All right, perfect. So once that is done, now these cards are a little different, so I don't know really the best way to kind of keep them sealed. I'm going to put them in the game like top loaders, the ones you use to send in for grading. I think it's a little bit softer than the top loaders. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But it might be a little easier to get them in here, just kind of like this. So you can kind of pull the tab on them. I think what I'll do is I'm going to tape right here so the cards don't like ever come out unless you like intentionally pull it. Just put a little piece of tape right there. Card's super protective. It can't move. It can't do anything. These are new to me too, so this is the first time I've owned them. I love them, but like this is the first time I actually owned them. So this is done. We got to take a couple more pictures, and then yeah, once I'm all done, we're gonna move over to the website. I'll show you guys, you know, if I can record it on how I edit in Canva, and then upload them to the website. Okay, so all of the pictures are taken now, and you guys can kind of see I have some older cards on here, or actually cards that are going to be a part of this launch too. But for the example, I'm just going to use the Blastoise from 151, the ultra rare version of it. So what I do is I have a 2048 by 2048 Canva size picture. If you guys are unaware of Canva, I highly recommend getting it. It's one of the easiest and best editing softwares for photos. All I do, I upload all these pictures to my MacBook. I put them in Canva like this. I blow them up till they kind of fill the picture. I don't want them to fill it completely because I want people to be able to see the edges on them. And then you want to add the back always. So the back of this card is right here. You kind of have to learn how to just like understand. It's not always going to upload like in a row, but you can tell by, well, one, there's an older card next to it, but then two, there's a Japanese card right here, so that obviously goes with the Espeon Hollow. So this card looks pretty good. I think the centering on it doesn't need to be rotated, and we can rotate it a little bit, maybe blow it up a little more as well. Oh, there's those pictures. So we want to put it right in the dead center. So you can see this photo really well. You can see this one really well. And biggest thing is you want to edit the image, go to background remover, get rid of this background. You can do it for this one as well. Just like that. Now you are just getting this. So when you export these files, what you want to do is have them as a transparent background. So you just go to share up here. I'm not going to do it because I have to do the rest of these still. But you just kind of go through them. Oh God, what the heck just happened there? You go through them, you're going to export them as a transparent file. This will be added to your Shopify store, so we can go to like the Espeon one right here. Now, with this Espeon card, there's a little bit of damage. I don't even know if it's damage. It's like a mark on it. So this card isn't like considered near mint. So I want to highlight this in a picture for it because, you know, you always got to be fair to people when you're posting these cards. So we have this here. You guys can see this is obviously not a near mint card, but it is a card that people would rather have than not have. I've noticed it a lot that people really like this card. So we're going to go here, and to highlight this, I want to first off edit this image, remove the background. This little corner right here is kind of what I'm talking about. You can see there's like a red mark. I don't know what it is. It was just on the card. I can't get it off. I don't want to mess the card up getting it off either. But I want to highlight this. So I am going to do that. We can crop it. I just wanted to highlight this like top right corner. So you, like if you guys were to purchase this, you could see it. Okay, so we'll put that right in the middle, maybe blow it up a little more. Actually, no, I kind of like that. That'll just highlight that. These will remove the background on. When you do this too, you can kind of like scroll down. You don't have to wait for each individual picture to do that on, and you can just kind of leave it like that. And when you come back to it, usually the background kind of disappears like that. So there's a lot of things you can do with Canva. I think it's really important to use this tool if you're running a website because you want to be as honest as possible. Please, if there's like stuff like this, highlight it, right? You don't want somebody to get upset. But this even goes for like the slab. So I thought this was a really cool picture, so I want to put this in this video real quick. But this card looks insane. It's a PSA 9, which I get, you know, people want 10s. But first off, it's from 2001, so it's the Expedition First Edition Polyrath. But this swirl right here, I don't know if it was my camera, but like when you look at it, like it looks like a double swirl. Like I have it right here. And I have it kind of circled on the card in case it doesn't sell. It doesn't look like, to the naked eye, it's just a normal swirl, but like when I took a picture of it, like it just looks awesome right here. So I'm excited about this card. That's kind of one of the things I think I'm going to actually highlight on it. I don't do this for most slabs, but I think it's important to kind of show that off. So I'm going to actually add another picture of this slab to the website because I think that adds a little bit to this card. I think people will really like that. So I kind of want to highlight it like this. Kind of match it up on the other side. Perfect. And then we can blow it up. Just to kind of show off the swirl on there. So that looks really cool. I think that highlights it pretty well. So we're going to throw that on the website as well, you know, just do something a little different. But I have all of these Hanafuda cards that I am putting on the website. I have these 2 slabs, and then we have to add these raw cards, plus everything that's already in the Zion case is on there as well. So I'm going to get all this taken care of. Once it's on there, I'll kind of show you the website real quick, just to kind of plug that in here. And yeah, then we're going to launch it at 7:30 tonight, and I'll either pick up the camera after that, or we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is how I make my photos. This is how I edit for Instagram. Canva, get it. It's $8 a month. It's so worth it if you want to run a business. You can write it off as an expense as well. So really recommend it. All right, so it is about 6:30 at night right now. We're 1 hour away from the second website launch. So you guys can kind of see behind me, but basically what I'm doing is I'm just double checking all of our prices. I have like a fake basically preview access for myself only that I'm able to look at. And then what I did is I'm going to kind of hit the record button here, but I'm just checking to make sure that the mobile is working so you guys can kind of see this on screen right now. I guess I should, there we go. That's a little better. So now there's a little bit of room for this, but you guys can see like this is really what it looks like. From what I saw from the first week of launch was we had 97% of you were on mobile, which makes sense, and then 3% were on desktop. It's funny because when I was building this, I was so focused on the desktop. Luckily, I took like a good hour to make sure that the mobile version looked really good. But so far, from everything I can see, you guys can see like we got the Espeon right here, and kind of like what I was talking about earlier. I guess I'll go ahead and show it on here. So here's the front picture, the back picture, and then the highlight of the damage on the card. Again, important. Make sure you always put that. I really like how these pictures turn out. They look really good. I kind of want to focus more on the raw cards to make sure everything is kind of lining up correctly. I know we have 3 of these Charizards going up tonight, so I want to make sure we can get to 3. Yep, so that looks good. Sweet. And then for my graded cards, that Poliwrath card, I believe, had a highlight that I wanted to... So you guys can see, like, in this picture, like, this swirl right there in the left, like, above his hand. I really wanted to highlight that. Cool. That looks really good. I like the shadow of the layout of the website as well. It kind of highlights, you know, the picture so you can focus on it. I wonder what the zoom looks like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can really see it there. So that looks great. Everything looks like it's working well. Shop's running good too, so that's just another form of payment. Can take this back. Let's check the cart. Cool, that's good. And search bar. Everything looks like it is working good. So with the website running really well, I guess the next time I pick up this camera will be after launch. So the Chiefs do play tonight, so I don't plan on doing anything tonight except opening the website and letting it run smoothly. That's the whole idea behind this. I am not supposed to be mechanically sitting there, typing away, messaging away. Again, you have questions though, send me, you know, a DM. I will get back to you quick. But tonight, the Kansas City Chiefs are playing. So tomorrow, I should be packaging any orders that come in, dealing with any things that we have to. If somebody wants to make an offer on Instagram and we got to change the price a little bit, that always works too. So we're going to go ahead and let this run for the night. I don't know if I'll pick up the camera tomorrow morning or after work. One or the other, and then we'll start packaging some packages, hopefully take them over as long as it goes good and it's a good sale, and yeah, we'll take them over to the post office, so we'll see. All right, it is the next day, next morning of the claim sale number 2 on the website, and we had 8 orders placed last night, which is pretty good for dropping a bunch of raw cards. I think I only threw 2 more slabs up on the website, and we had a slab sell last night, so that's really good. But I want to go ahead and show you guys what we sold. So here are the piles of the orders last night. You can see the Tatsuguri card sold that was on the website. This is a really nice little pile. There's a couple other cards in there, but we got the Riolo card right there. Dragonite, Mewtwo V-Star. This card is insane when you look at it, like the print on it. The Espeon did end up selling, which is really cool to see. So we got a Japanese card moving. And then a lot of the Hanafuda cards sold. So we sold this one individually, and then somebody came in and bought, I believe there's 8 of them here. So I think there's only one left on the website, which for me is really cool because that shows there's a variety that I can bring to the website. And it was more of a test on these. So now I know that they are popular. $20, it's something that I just think a lot of people, it draws their eye in. So for anybody who bought those, that's awesome to see. I'm really happy with that. I'm going to get these orders packed up, and then over lunch I'm going to run to the post office, and we're going to get them dropped off. And then the name of the game is to keep promoting, keep pushing social media, keep posting about it. So I'm going to post on TikTok today that the claim sale went live. I usually don't post on TikTok, but now that I can have my link in the bio, I'm going to start doing that. So we're going to get this over to TikTok. We're going to post on Instagram as well around lunchtime. And yeah, keep pushing the products that are on the website, keep moving stuff. And then I should have a package coming today too, so I'll be unboxing that. But we'll run these over at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock for lunch. All right, so we are going to the post office now. I have all of the packages right here. So I just wanted to show this off real quick in case anybody's ever wondering on how to ship Pokemon cards. 7x5 mailers and 9x6 bubble mailers are what I use. I think they're super light, and you can get them for like, if you order them like I do, I get them for like 2 or 3 cents a piece. And you can actually fit these bubble mailers inside 9x6 bubble mailers. But on top of that, we sold an Espeon VMAX from Fusion Strike or Evolving Skies, whichever set it's from, for $185. So that was a raw card that we sold. So I'm happy about moving that card as well, because raw cards are typically harder. This one was really good centering though. It was really clean. And we're going to get that shipped out to California. So we're going to run to the post office, come back, and then hopefully that FedEx box shows up with like over $2,000 worth of slabs I can show you guys, which will be for next week's launch. All right, so receipt acquired with all the shipping information on it. If you guys drop off at USPS, UPS, FedEx, always get a receipt. It's just a proof that you shipped everything in case anything ever goes wrong. You can also use it for insurance purposes, so just kind of throwing that in here real quick. But now we got to drive home, and then hopefully that box is there. We will see, but the next clip should be unboxing it. All right, so here is the box from FedEx that I've been hyping up the past couple of hours, or I guess a couple of minutes in the video. But I bought this on Instagram, and it was more of a collection buyout. There is some left that I plan on. One of the biggest things that I try and do whenever I, look for new inventory is to kind of see, okay, what has sold well for me in the past? Let's compare the numbers. How is the market really moving? And, what were my margins on this? Was it worth my time? Because a lot of people just think like your value of payoff is just profit. But in my eyes, your time is valuable as well. So if I'm selling, let's say I sold 20 cards and made $5 on each of those cards and made $100 profit, or I bought the Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike for $500 and sold it for $600, I made $100 profit. Which one was easier? Which one was more time efficient? And that's kind of what I've been doing. So, and that's really why I'm starting to focus on the slabs that I know have performed really well for me in the past, will perform really well in the future. So let's go ahead and kind of show these off. So hopefully the glare isn't too bad, but we got a Charmander from 151, Charmeleon from 151, and the Charizard. So we got the 3 of those guys to get on the website, all in PSA 10s. We grabbed this Umbreon in a PSA 10, which is really cool. I got a Squirtle, a Wartortle, and a Blastoise from 151 PSA 10. So there's 6 of the 9. And then we also grabbed the Venusaur from 151. My goal really for every show I set up at, or at least anytime I launch like slabs on my website, would be to have those all in 10s. The 9 from 151. And then these are kind of the other cards that I was able to get. So there's a tag team, a Mimikyu and Gengar. Another tag team card, PSA 10. This Eevee card does really well. I think this card is actually undervalued. I think it will go up, but who knows. Mew VMAX, I've owned it raw. It's actually been sitting for me, not graded. So I'm kind of curious to see how the 10 goes. I wanted to get this as a set, but it is the Perrin and Growlithe Photography Twilight Masquerade. PSA 10s, they're actually not sequential. One's 971 and one's 973. And then the last card, Bubble Mew. This card is probably the best card to get from Paldean Fates, in my opinion, if you're looking to move inventory. There's a lot of good cards in there, but that's definitely it. So, really nice. We picked this up for like $2,100. There's a lot in here. There is a Gengar. VMAX from Fusion Strike that I probably will be messaging right after this to grab. But everything looks good. I just wanted to make sure before I started buying all of it that we did like a little bit at a time. That's just a good thing to do. So now the idea is to see what's going to go to Houston and the other shows that I'm going to do, and then what's going to make the website, because you know, there's fees, there's flights, there's table fees, all that stuff you got to pay for. So you got to make your money to pay for those so you can just focus on total profit when you go to the shows. At least that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, this is a really good lot. I figured this would kind of make it easier to kind of show everything off. But again, this was the lot. So the three here, the Venusaur, tag team, this tag team, first time owning this card, but this card is super popular. Eevee, Twilight Masquerade, Mew VMAX, Bubble Mew, and then another Umbreon GX to go with my other Umbreon card that I have. So I have the Hidden Fates one, I believe. So yeah, it's a really good lot. I'm really pumped to have this. We got to grab the rest of it. So that's now the next mission. All right, so it is the next day, Tuesday, and I have a order to fulfill. So we sold the tag team that we got yesterday. Oh God, the glare is terrible here. And then a Chansey PSA 10. This is from Twilight Masquerade, and then the Sun and Moon Unbroken Bonds, Marshadow, and Machamp. So I sold those for $225. I literally just got them in yesterday. If you're ever looking to do a deal with me and you see something on my story, never be afraid to shoot me an offer, because if I can avoid, you know, going through all the work and stuff and get you a card that you want and makes sense, then that's the goal. Plus, I have some expense sheets that I have to put on my expense form, which I keep on Excel. So I just paid to be a vendor at Cherry Hill, which is the Fishtown Card Show. It will be from November 30th to December 1st. It was $200 for 2 days, which is awesome. That's a really good price for the amount of turnout. I've been there, I've walked around, it's a really good show. I'll also be in the TCG section, so I won't be on like the main floor. They have it like separated, which is really cool, because if you're coming for Pokemon, you know exactly where to go. You come in, you make a left, there's a whole room just dedicated to Pokemon cards. It's a really good show. So I'm going to add this to my expenses. That's one thing that if you're trying to start a business, you should really keep track of, especially if you have your LLC. Because when taxes come, there is a time for write-offs and, you know, tables, flights, food, gas, mileage, all that stuff that all accumulates and can really help you keep some money in the bank. So we're going to add that to my expense sheet now. Get this all packed up. This is going to go in the mailbox, and then hopefully I have another package coming in. But the idea the rest of the week is just to buy. So if I get any deals done, I'll pop back in and show you guys that. If not, I'll just pick up the camera when I'm doing something else. All right, so it is a little later in the day, and we have a couple orders to fulfill. So I went ahead and sold some stuff on Instagram, as well as we had a slab mag and slab sale on the website. We actually sold 2 slab mags today, which is good because they're just a consistent moving item, and I really like them. I think they're awesome. So we sold one earlier today. I was able to get it out with the other cards that went out, but we're going to go ahead and pack this up, and then I sold something through Instagram as well. So we did a 5-card lot. I'll go ahead and show you guys the lot. So we sold the Wartortle, the Glaceon, the Groudon, the Blastoise Ultra Rare, and then the Charizard Ultra Rare from 151. We sold all these for 170. The sticker was 180, so it'll be like $4 shipping too. So it'll be like 166 after, or I'm sorry, yeah, 166. So that's really good for those lots too. So I'm happy that we're moving the singles, which kind of puts a little bit more money into the pocket for the ability to go ahead and put that towards the shows and stuff that I'm going to soon. So New Jersey TCG is on next Saturday, not this Saturday. So the idea is to sell as much stuff before that so that we can get the payments in time and then use that money while we're at that show. So keep an eye out for that vlog. But now I got to pack these up, and then I'll show you what they look like when they're all packed up. Okay, so first things first, always post on the story who you sold your cards to. So whenever I do an Instagram deal, that's a good way to track it. We got the 5 cards right here. And all you got to do is get one of these little baggies. So you can get these on Amazon if you want to. They're literally like just game bag bubble mailers. I put this in here. We're going to add a sticker always. And then you're going to get your 7x5 by 4 or 7 by 5 by 1 bubble mailers. You can get these on Amazon as well. And then we have a label For those of you who don't know, Rolo label is what I use to make all my labels. And yeah, that's pretty much the package. So you're going to get all this in here. Okay, so it is 8:40 on the 24th. This is a clip that I did not think I was going to be making today. But for anybody who knows me, I wonder if I can show it on the camera. You guys can see it all the way over there. I am a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. I've, absolutely love and bleed red and yellow. So one of the biggest cards I have ever bought is this Rashee Rice Gold out of 10 jersey number. So it's 4 out of 10. I know this is Pokemon, so this is sports, but I just ended up selling this card. I did not intend on selling the card, but the owner of the 3 cards, in my opinion, that are better than this card in the world, contacted me and was like, hey, I need that card. Here's my offer. So I don't mind talking about this because you guys see everything I do on camera. So I paid $780 for this card at the National, my first National. There's a lot of story behind this card for me and my buddy who got me into the hobby. So that's why I'm putting this clip in there. But, with running a business, there's expenses that come with this. Going to Houston, paying for flights. There's a lot that goes into this. And sometimes you have to take the wins when you can. So I just sold this card for $1,250. And that will pay for a lot of that trip, and that will fund back into the business. So I actually contacted my buddy before I sold this card, and I told him about the offer. And I said, what do you think? And the conclusion was take the offer. There's always going to be another card. I think that needs to be talked about a little bit more. You can't get attached to things when you're trying to run a business. You can have a PC. I have a PC. I love my PC. But I collect very small Chiefs cards. George Karlaftis has been one of my favorite autographs to get. Leo Chanel as of recently as well. Pacheco, because he went to Rutgers, which is very close to me. But he's very, very good. He is performing extremely well right now. This was a really good play. I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy this is sold. It's going to somebody who I know will collect it because I saw their collection. It was no joke. And now they're getting the True Gold 4 out of 10. In my opinion, the 4th best Rashee Rice card in the world. That's just me. Jersey number cards are pretty cool. So yeah. We're going to flip this card. I'm going to get this all packed up. It is being shipped priority. So that's when you sell a card like this, ship it priority, pay for the insurance, just cover it. If you make enough profit, it's worth spending the money on that. So I'm going to get this shipped out. Big flip. And then I also have 2 things ending on eBay tonight. So this will probably be packed up in the next scene. And this Brilliant Stars booster box will also be packed up in the next scene because we threw those guys onto eBay. So, yeah, pretty cool. I was not expecting that. But, yeah, happy it's going to a good home. And now I'm going to have to up my Chiefs inventory again, or I'm going to have to get something for my PC because this one was pretty cool. All right, morning. The Entei Neo Revelations pack just sold on eBay. It sold for $379.85. Free shipping, so I'm going to go ahead and get this packed up. Get these little boxes from Amazon. Easiest way to do this, grab some old bubble wrap. I don't know if you guys recycle the bubble wrap, but man, if I get bubble wrap in any shipment, I put it to the side. That's just me. I don't like paying for bubble wrap as much as I have to. Boom. Just like that. Get this guy in there. This is going to go along with all of our packages that we have for the week. Throw in a sticker as well. Good to go. So now I got to see how much. I've been sitting on this, so I don't think we're going to win on this guy, but, $300-400 is quite a bit of money to just be sitting on if it's not going to pay off. Cool. So this will go into the pile of packages that we have to take to the post office today to get the receipt because a couple larger cards in there. So I want to, for sure, have that, even though we got insurance. I want to see what the breakdown was. So we ended up getting $304.15 after eBay fees. I think I paid way more than that for this. Okay, we paid $319. So this wasn't too big of an L. I mean, it's like, what, 15 bucks or something like that. So there's a lesson learned. I probably will avoid buying graded packs. It's just not my thing. I like dealing with individual packs. So that's probably what I'll kind of stick to. They're a little bit easier, less of a gamble, and obviously, you know, the one nice thing about the PSA slabs though is, you know, it's authentic and you can't really weigh it. I don't weigh my stuff unless you're talking like, you know, base set first ed. Obviously, you want to buy a hit pack, but like stuff like this, like it's not even worth it. So not too big of a loss. It's just something that, you know, didn't really move for me. It was my first time buying it, but now I got to take those over to the post office after work today. I need to edit this video today, so I'm going to start editing that, and then yeah, as I do some stuff, I will pick up the camera. All right, Wednesday night, 8:50 p.m. So this is probably going to be the last clip in this video, but I figured I would go ahead and show you guys what I've been buying and what I picked up. So I was able to reach out to Pokemega Mike, pop his Instagram up here. We've been working on this deal for a little bit now, but I can't really show it because it was a question that I posted on my Instagram, but you guys can kind of see it there. So that is the Dark Blastoise Hollow, first edition, PSA 9. I was able to get that from him, plus a Venusaur 151 and a PSA 10, a Squirtle 151, PSA 10, a Gyarados pre-release, which was from 2000, I believe, in a PSA 9. Let me make sure real quick. Yeah, 2000. And then I was also able to get the Shibuya 2019 Pokemon Center Pikachu in a PSA 10. So I grabbed all that for him for $710, which was really awesome. So shout out to Mike. Make sure you guys go check him out. He buys, he sells. He's a really good dude. And then also I just finished a deal with my boy David. So I can show this. You guys can kind of see that on the screen, but we picked up another Squirtle 151 PSA 10, that's 3, an Erica's Invitation PSA 10, a Blastoise 151 PSA 10, the ultra rare Venusaur in a PSA 10, that'll be my first time owning that card, 2 of the Zapdos cards from 151, 3 of the Pikachu cards from 151, a Bulbasaur, Alakazam, Wartortle, 2 Blastoise, and a Venusaur SIR from 151. So we grabbed all that for $580. So 2 really good lots. I'm pretty pumped to have picked those up. That's a good way to end this video. But I am going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was pretty fun to show you exactly what it's truly like. It's not all glamour and traveling to all these shows every weekend that I can. But I do love going to the shows. I try and go whenever I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I think I'm going to film a vlog style video like this when I go out to Houston. So I'm going to film, obviously, the Collecticon vendor, buyer, seller, whatever. But I am going to film a vlog. So from the moment I leave my house to the moment I get back, I'm going to film it. I think that would be really cool. I love vlogging. This is kind of fun. And I don't really mind talking to a camera in public. I've been doing it for years. So going to do that. Hope you guys stick around for that as well. And I will see you at New Jersey TCG show next weekend, October 5th. Peace.